Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Sports Tingz with me, Brandon Beasley, like always. Football is officially back. Week 1 has now come and gone, and it was, I must say, it was nice. I really enjoyed the games. Um, there was quite a few surprises, honestly. There was a there's a few things that I thought going in that were confirmed, and then there were a few things that I thought going in that quite literally the opposite happened. But that's football, you know. That's what makes it fun. This episode in particular, um, this might be my most hypocritical podcast ever. I'm just letting you guys know. There's gonna be times where I say something like, it's early, let's not overreact. And then there's gonna be other times where I completely overreact and what I just said goes completely out the window. So just take that into consideration before listening to this, because I can almost guarantee there's going to be one game I talk about where I say one thing, and then in the very next game, I talk about that same thing but have the opposite opinion because of what team it is. So, if you don't like that, then I don't know what to tell you. You can fuck right off, to be honest. So, we're going to go through all of the games from week 1 of the NFL season, and I'm just going to give my thoughts and opinions. Be pretty simple. Let's see. So we are going to start with the Buffalo Bills at the Los Angeles Rams. Now, before I get into like the stats and all that, I must say, on this exact pod, I went in to that game thinking that both offenses were going to go nuts. Now, I was half right because one of the offenses did go nuts. One of the quarterbacks is a guy. He is the guy. And the other quarterback kind of looked like the way he looked with his old team. But yeah. The Bills beat the Rams 31-10. It wasn't really a contest at any point in time. I think Josh Allen threw one pick. What the hell was that? I wonder if the camera picked that up. I don't know what that was. But let's see. Josh Allen threw two picks. I know that one was literally basically ripped from Isaiah McKenzie. So with Josh Allen throwing 26 of 31 for 297, 3 tuds, 2 picks, and he ran for 56 yards and a tud. I mean, what? He was literally putting the team on his back. He's putting that team on his back. That is nuts. I love watching Josh Allen play football. And going in, I was a little skeptical on how the Bills were going to be because I'm the kind of person that, like, if everybody is, like, in this, literally everybody and their mother was like, oh, the Bills are going to be fucking them. So it made me a little skeptical, which I believe I was proved to be an idiot, and I am now all in on the Buffalo Bills being a fucking great team. Offensively, I gave you Josh Allen 26 of 31 and throwing 2 picks. So he technically only threw 3 incomplete passes. That's nuts. Now, granted, 2 of them were to the other team, but whatever. Yeah, Josh Allen led the team in rushing as well. Devin Singletary did a little bit. I think I said about this game that I thought that they were going to start James Cook. To be completely honest, I have no idea why I said that because I don't think I actually heard it. If I did hear it, it was like some bullshit and just like not paying attention, and I heard it. But yeah, James Cook had a whole 1 carry for 2 yards, so I was very wrong. Stephon Diggs had 8 catches for 122 yards and a tud. I mean, Stephon Diggs is a fucking animal. There was a play where he literally, oh my goodness, who was covering him? Jalen Ramsey, where he, oh my goodness, he fucking left him in the dust, and then went up, caught the ball. I think he may have lost him one time, because I remember seeing him go like this. I thought that was hilarious. Talking shit to Jalen Ramsey, and then just fucking toasting him. I love it, because Jalen Ramsey likes to run that yapper. And I don't know how big of a Jalen Ramsey guy I really am, to be honest. I didn't like him that much when he was in Jacksonville. I thought he talked a lot of shit and complained a lot. And, I mean, yeah, he's a great corner, don't get me wrong. But, I don't know. I'm really glad Stephon Diggs fucking put him in his little place, because that shit was funny. And Gabriel Davis had 4 catches for 88 yards and a tud. Isaiah McKenzie had a tud. Dawson Knox, I was very surprised how little they used him. But, and then on the Rams side, I mean, Matthew Stafford, like I said, he looked like he was playing for the Detroit Lions again. I don't know exactly what got into him. I mean, you can tell that Odell Beckham Jr. is already missed on that team. Now, I was a little confused because, like, when they were doing the Super Bowl banner thing, I know I wasn't the only one that saw Odell pop up. I don't know if that was real or what, but that was a little wild. If he does go back to their team, I mean, I think they'll still be really good. They brought in I was very surprised that they brought in Allen Robinson, which assumably was to kind of do the same thing that Odell did, but I think he got targeted one time for a couple yards, and that was it. Like, this game for the Rams was a Matthew Stafford throwing it to Cooper Kupp and hoping something good happens, because that was literally their offense. I mean, Matthew Stafford threw the ball 29 times, and Cooper Kupp had 13 catches. That's almost half. Matthew Stafford was 29 for 41 for 240, 1 touchdown, and 3 picks. And Matthew Stafford was sacked 7 times. That Buffalo defensive front is a problem with Von Miller. There was a play. Von Miller, I think whatever tackle he was going up against, like, had gotten him a little bit on the play before, and Vaughn was trying to go around him, so he literally just runs right into his chest and just woof, right back into Matthew Stafford. I thought that was fucking awesome. Von Miller, I was kind of sleeping on Von Miller. I was like, he's getting old. He may not be as productive as in years past, but boy, was I fucking wrong. Von Miller is still a fucking beast, and that Bills defense is already really good, and they're missing their best corner. So when Tre'Davious White comes back, I think that defense is going to be nuts. 3 picks. I mean, they ran the ball with Darrell Henry. I don't know why Cam Akers didn't play a lot. Maybe it's an injury. I don't know. Yeah, Cooper Kupp had 13 receptions, 128 yards, and a tud. And then the rest of them did absolutely nothing. Who got the picks for? Troy Hill got a pick on Josh Allen, and Terrell Lewis. The Terrell Lewis one is the one that was basically ripped out of Isaiah McKenzie's hands. I want to see the defensive things for. Tremaine Edmonds had 7 tackles. Dane Jackson had a pick. Boogie Basham had a pick, and Jordan Poyer had a pick. Von Miller had 2 sacks. Greg Russo had a sack. Jordan Phillips had a sack and a half. Basham had a sack. Espinenza had a sack and a half. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I think the Rams are still going to be fine. I do. But I don't know. Super Bowl hangover, maybe. Or I think the Bills are just that fucking good. Honestly, I do. I think the Bills might just be that good. Alright. And now we are going to move to Sunday's games. And, oh, Sunday was a great day. I got to just relax, watch football all day. The life, man. The life. I missed it. I really did. We gotta remember, in these times, even if it's a bad game on TV, we have to remember that this is the best time. Because in the dog days of summer, when there's literally no sports on besides baseball, and who the fuck wants to sit down and watch baseball? That this is the time that we want back. I don't know why I'm turning into a motivational speaker, but I'm just saying we gotta be grateful for some fucking football. The next game on here is Indy at Houston. I don't really know how to take this because Houston, they suck. They do. They suck. Lovie Smith is their new coach. Dougie Mills is alright. Other than that, literally their entire team is dog shit. And the Indianapolis Colts had like 8 or 9 Pro Bowlers on their team last season and missed the playoffs. And supposedly Matt Ryan was going to come in and be the game manager that they needed to be successful and hopefully make a playoff run and all that snazzy stuff. Now, the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans tied 20-20. Now, if I'm looking at Houston, we tied the Indianapolis Colts. We fucking sucked dick last year. These guys are pretty good, I think. So, I think it's a net positive for them. If I'm the Indianapolis Colts, we just tied the Houston fucking Texans. We just tied the team that had a rapist on their team and was still paying him to not play. That's the team we tied with? Are you fucking kidding me right now? I don't. Yeah, so if I'm Indy, I think I'm scared. If I'm Houston, I don't know if I'm necessarily happy, but I'm not upset in any way. Matt Ryan, 32 of 50 for 352, a touchdown and a pick. The pick was kind of a bad throw. Why are you throwing Matt Ryan 50 times? I mean, they still ran Jonathan Taylor 31 times for 161 yards and a touchdown. That man Jonathan Taylor is literally a fucking chiseled rock just running through the... You remember the Fantastic Four? I think his name may have literally been Rock. I don't remember. But the dude was literally just a boulder and would like fucking light shit on fire and all that. That's what Jonathan Taylor is without the fire. Michael Pittman Jr. had 9 receptions, 121 yards, and a touchdown. He's literally their only good receiver. Naheem Hines, I think they made... Listen, Naheem, you may just play the slot this year. That's what I would say if I was Andy. I don't know. Dougie Mills threw 23 of 37 for 240, 2 tuds, and no picks. Their running back is fucking Rex Burkhead. How old is Rex Burkhead? He's only 32? Oh my goodness. Brandon Cooks had 7 catches for 82 yards. O.J. Howard had 2 catches for 38 yards, and both of those catches were touchdowns. Not really much to say about that game besides, oh my god, I can't believe the Colts and the Texans tied. What is also crazy is they tied in that game, and they are also tied for the lead in the division. I heard somebody say that the AFC South. Well, is that what... I think that's what that division is, right? Oh, I'm butchering this. Never mind. Whatever division they're in, somebody said that might be the worst division in all of football instead of the NFC East. That would be kind of wild. But, who knows? All right, this next game, the Baker Mayfield revenge game. Cleveland goes into Carolina to take on the new starting quarterback, Baker Mayfield. And that game was a lot closer than I expected, to be honest. I thought the Browns were going to run all over them because the Panthers suck. Now, I'm literally on record of saying what I thought about that game, and it could have been completely different, but oh well. From what I remember, I went into this game thinking that the Browns were going to run all over them because the Panthers suck. Jacoby Brissett, 18 for 34 for 147 and a tud. I mean, Jacoby Brissett, he doesn't have to do much. If Jacoby Brissett doesn't turn the ball over for that team, I mean, I think they have a very good chance to be as successful, I think, as possible without their true starting quarterback. Now, Deshaun Watson doesn't come back till week 12, so there is a chance that they just kind of sandbag him for the whole year and just let Jacoby Brissett go as far as he can with this team. This may be Jacoby Brissett's chance to go get paid again, too. Nick Chubb had 22 rushes, 141 yards. I mean, Nick Chubb is another one of those guys that's just a chiseled rock. He doesn't go down. Kareem Hunt, 11 carries, 46 yards. Receiving, I mean, they didn't really throw the ball a whole lot. Baker Mayfield was 16 of 27 for 235, a touchdown and a pick. Christian McCaffrey, they ran him 10 times and he only had 33 yards. That's kind of surprising. Robbie Anderson, pretty sure he was thinking about retiring because the Panthers suck so bad. 5 receptions, 102 and a tud. I mean, it was a good game. But in the end, sadly, Baker Mayfield did not get his revenge. His boy Myles Garrett sacked him a couple times. Dude, Myles Garrett is just different, man. Like, watching him play, I've literally saw a play where he was running. He ran around the tackle. And his feet are on the ground. Like, his feet are, if this is the ground, he is literally running like this. Around, like, just sideways, basically, around the tackle. That shit doesn't make any sense. His ankles are rubber. Like, no sense at all. Let's see. Myles Garrett had 2 sacks. John Johnson had a sack. And Ronnie Harrison had a sack. And then who picked off Baker? Oh, Delpit. Grant Delpit. Alright. This next game. I know it's week 1, whatever. Trey Lance is dog shit. The 49ers, with Trey Lance at the helm, suck. I know they didn't have George Kittle. Fine. If you want to use that as an excuse, go right the fuck ahead. But you have a quarterback who has consistently taken you to the playoffs when he's healthy, taking you to the NFC Championship twice, I think, and taking you to the Super Bowl. And you still have him on your team, and you are going to put Trey Lance out there and let him embarrass himself like he did against the Chicago fucking Bears. You are the 49ers. You guys are primed and ready to go. You guys are ready to go. There's almost nothing holding you back from being a great team. Except Trey Lance. Take Trey Lance back out. Fuck him. He sucks. You have Jimmy G. Play him. And then ship him off next year. Because Trey Lance is not it this year. He's not. Trey Lance is dog shit right now. He can't make simple throws. I understand it was raining and blah, blah, blah. Trey Lance sucks. That team is ready to go. That defense is ready to go. You need to get a quarterback who knows what the fuck he's doing in there. Kyle Shanahan, this may be your biggest fuck up yet. If you don't play Jimmy G within the next 2, especially if you guys go out next week and lose, and you still don't play Jimmy G, oh my goodness. You are doing football a disgrace by playing Trey Lance and just letting Jimmy G rot on the bench. Now, that being said, I'm happy for Justin Fields. I am. The more I watch Justin Fields play, though, the more it looks like that man couldn't hit the fucking ocean if he fell out of a boat. And that's kind of sad because I really want to see Justin Fields succeed. He was 8 for 17, 121 yards, 2 tuds and a pick. And every throw I saw basically was ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. He looks like a running back trying to play quarterback. That's what he looks like. I love him, but he looks like a running back trying to play quarterback. And that ain't it. The Chicago Bears are in fucking shambles. Trey Lance was 13 of 28 for 164 and a pick. Trey Lance ran the ball 13 times, 54 yards. What? Oh my goodness. Deebo Samuel only had 2 catches. Like, well, my goodness, bro. The fact that they lost to the fucking Bears is insane to me. There's zero reason a team as good as the 49ers should be losing to a team as bad as the Chicago Bears. That's just a fact. That is just facts. I'm sorry. Zero reason for that to be happening. We had Jacksonville go to Washington. I'm not gonna lie. Now, it's Carson Wentz, so there's always some bad. But when the good was happening during that game for Carson Wentz, it looked pretty fucking good. He had a couple dimes. Dropping them right in the breadbasket. I mean, they were nice. Some scramble ones. He did throw 2 picks. It's Carson Wentz. I mean, the fact that he didn't throw fucking 10 is crazy. 27 of 41, 313, and 4 tuds and 2 picks. Antonio Gibson was doing a little bit of everything. 14 rushes, 58 yards, 7 receptions, 72 yards. He did lose a fumble. Terry McLaurin, I mean, he's their number 1 receiver. Had 2 receptions, 58 yards and a tud. I mean, he's got to find ways to get more open to me. Curtis Samuel had 8 catches for 55 yards and a tud. Jahan Dotson, that boy had 2 touchdown catches. That was... And I'm on record saying that Jahan Dotson is a fucking awful pick for them because... What the fuck? But... It's a good start to a young career. The fucking Jaguars look like the goddamn Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence, 24-42, 275, a touchdown and a pick. I'm starting to think that Trevor Lawrence might just be another number 1 pick that turns into an average quarterback who becomes a backup in a couple years. Honestly, that's almost where I'm at when it comes to Trevor Lawrence. Now again, he is on the fucking Jacksonville Jaguars and they suck, but quarterbacks become their circumstances a lot of times. Christian Kirk had 6 catches, 117 yards. You're overpaid as fuck, bud. Didn't score. Yeah, this Jaguar. Sorry. This Jaguars team is... The Commanders didn't end up winning 28-22. I don't really know what that means. I think the Jaguars are going to suck this year, and I think the Commanders are going to suck this year. So, that was just the suck off, basically. This next game, oh, baby. I am proud to announce that after 20 some odd years of this team just being the most fucking dominant team in football, and there was just nothing anybody could do about it because they were so goddamn good. The Patriots are fucking dead. They're done. They got fucking waxed. They look bad. Their offense looks bad. Their defense looks bad. Nobody knows who's calling fucking plays. I saw a thing where they put Matt Patricia and Joe Judge up on the thing, and they both had the cards up to their mouth calling a play, and the team was on offense. If Mac Jones has all these voices in his head, oh my god, I feel bad for that guy. But, yeah, the Patriots are dead. And I'm going to dance on their grave as long as I possibly can because I hate them so much. Now, another thing right off rip of this, Tua Tagovailoa still can't throw the ball more than 15 yards down the field, and that is just a disgrace to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. But they did win. They did win. Mac Jones, in terms of passing, was 21 of 30, 213, a tud and a pick. Damian Harris, 9 rushes, 48 yards. Jacoby Myers, I saw Jacoby Myers make a couple of nice catches on the sideline. NC State, baby. Tua Tagovailoa was 23 of 33 for 270 and a tud. Tyreek Hill had 8 catches for 94. Jalen Waddle had 4 for 69 and the tud. Yeah. I do think that the Dolphins have a chance to be good this year. We'll see what Tua does. I think that I honestly think that the fate of the Miami Dolphins lies solely in the hands of Tua Tagovailoa, and I don't know if that's a good thing. Their coach Mike McDaniels, though, I fucking love that guy. I love that guy. This is the game that I've been wanting to talk about. My Pittsburgh Steelers go into Cincinnati and beat Joey B and the Cincinnati Bengals. Joey B throwing 4 picks. I'm going to say it now. I know it's week 1. Fuck all of that. Even with TJ Watt being hurt, tearing his pec, or maybe not tearing his pec, but still being pretty hurt, the Pittsburgh Steelers defense is going to be the best defense the NFL has ever seen. Okay, just kidding. But we are definitely going to be the best defense in the NFL this year. That boy Minkah Fitzpatrick is the best safety in the league. Don't even try. Derwin James, he's great. Minkah Fitzpatrick's better. There's not Tyrann Mathieu's great. He's old. Minkah Fitzpatrick's better. Don't throw any names at me because Minkah Fitzpatrick is better than them. I hate to break it to you, he is. That man led the team in tackles. That man had a pick 6 to start the game. I mean, Minkah Fitzpatrick is literally... there's so many thoughts going through my head, I don't even know what to say. I love this defense so much. Our defense is going to literally save me from wanting to rip my hair out watching Mitch Trubisky. I almost said Trich Trubisky. What the fuck? This defense is going to save me from wanting to pull my hair out watching Mitch Trubisky lead our offense. And I'm here for it. I love our defense so fucking much. Let's see. Minkah Fitzpatrick had 14 tackles and a pick. TJ Watt had a sack. Arthur Mallett had a sack. Cam Hayward. I feel like Cam Hayward literally gets better with age. Like, he's getting older. I expected his impact to just kind of start dwindling a little bit every season. But that man is so solid. That man, Cam Hayward, just delivers no matter what. And I fucking love it. I do. I saw a comment after the game. Somebody's like, oh man, how do you feel after that crazy game? He's like, damn, we just don't die. I fucking love that. That's Black Air Force energy. The fact that Mike Tomlin went and bought the entire team Black Air Force Ones is probably the greatest move in coaching history. Like, that's the mentality that we're going into this season with. Black Air Force Ones. Are you fucking... I'm all in. I am here for it. I'm about to go buy 15 pairs of Black Air Forces, and that is the only thing I'm ever going to wear ever again. I'll put Black Air Forces hanging from my car. I'll hang them off the back of my car. I'll even find a way to fucking put Black Air Forces on my goddamn tires. I'll do it. I don't care. I'm all in on this team. Oh my god. Mitch Trubisky was 21 of 38. Hold on. I know I just started going in. Whatever. Our offense is terrible. Matt Canada is a bad offensive coordinator. He is. He's a bad play caller, whatever. I was very scared a lot of the times, and I think that our offense is going to be the pitfall of this team, sadly. But yeah, Mitch Trubisky was 21 for 38, 194, and a touchdown. Chase Claypool led our team in rushing. Chase Claypool had a badass one-handed catch in the middle of the field. 6 rushes, 36 yards. Najee Harris had 10 rushes for 23 yards. That's so scary because I went into this game saying that Najee Harris is going to be the majority of our offense, and he averaged 2.3 yards a carry. God, I hope that gets better. But Pat Freiermuth had 5 receptions for 75 yards. Pat Freiermuth is literally the reincarnation of Heath Miller, I think. He's going to be the Steelers tight end for the next 15 years. And, again, I'm fucking here for it because I love Pat. Deontay Johnson had a nice catch on the sideline, too. He went 7 for 55. George Pickens only had 1 catch for 3 yards. We need to play George Pickens more. I don't know what the fuck we're doing, but George Pickens needs to be in the goddamn game more. Joey B was 33 of 53. Oh, hold on. I want to know. Minka had a pick. Witherspoon had a pick. TJ Watt had a pick. And Cameron Sutton had a pick. Oh, my God. TJ Watt's my fucking... I love TJ Watt so much. Prayers up. Moment of silence for TJ Watt and his tit muscle. Please come back before our season's over. But, the Joey B stats. 33 of 53 for 338, 2 tuds, and 4 picks. Joe Mixon was 27 rushes for 82 yards. Jamar Chase had 10 catches, 129, and a tud. Joe Mixon was 7 for 63. T. Higgins got hurt. Prayers up for him. Evan McPherson. When Minka Fitzpatrick blocked that kick, bro, I think I literally almost shit my pants. I'm so serious. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, great win for us, honestly. We got the Patriots next week, and them getting beat by the Miami Dolphins has me feeling really good. We may start the season 2-0, and I thought that we were going to absolutely suck this year. So, I'm very happy about that. The Baltimore Ravens went into New Jersey, and beat the New York Jets. The New York Jets had Joey Footsteps at quarterback. How old is Joe Flacco? Joe Flacco is 37 years old. Why are you making Joe Flacco throw the ball 59 times? Why are you making him throw the ball that many times? Run the ball. They ran the ball 17 times total. That is not enough. I don't care that Breece Hall averaged 3.8 yards a carry. Michael Carter had 10 rushes for 60 yards and was averaging 6 yards a carry. If you bump that up, you may actually have some offense. They lost 24-9. Corey Davis had 6 catches for 77 yards. Garrett Wilson had 4 for 52. I really liked what I saw to Garrett Wilson. Lamar Jackson was 17 of 30 for 213, 3 tuds and a pick. If I remember correctly, what was that pick on? I want to say it was on a deep ball. So I don't necessarily get that mad at him. The fact that Lamar only ran for 17 yards kind of surprised me, to be honest. Rashad Bateman had a nice catch in the end zone. Devin Duvernay had some nice touchdown catches. Mark Andrews was nice, 5 for 52. I mean, the Ravens were expected to win that game. Honestly, if you want to get nitty gritty with it, I think that they probably should have beat them by more. But from what I saw, that Baltimore defense looked really good. I think they looked nice. The Saints and the Falcons. The fact that the Falcons were even in this game is fucking insane because they may be the only team that's worse than the Houston Texans. And they almost won this game. Blows my mind. Jameis Winston was 23 of 34 for 269 and 2 tuds. Taysom Hill, as bad as that man wants to be a fucking quarterback, he is so much better at any other position. 4 rushes for 81 yards and a touchdown. That man runs like he's an 85-year-old guy trying to not get hit by a truck in the parking lot of Winn-Dixie. Jarvis Landry had 7 catches for 114 yards. Michael Thomas, it was nice to see Michael Thomas playing again. I don't think he's played in any game since like 2020. He had 5 catches for 57 yards and 2 tuds. And then that was Jawan Johnson, had 2 for 43. Chris Olave had 3 for 41. Alvin Kamara played in this game. Didn't he just get arrested for beating up a woman? I could have swore that happened. But, not that it matters, he didn't really do much. But, like, they just kind of, like, just let that slip under the radar and not punish him for it. That's interesting. The Falcons, Marcus Mariota. When Marcus Mariota is your starting quarterback, oh my goodness. Now, Marcus Mariota went 20 for 33 for 215, no touchdowns, no picks. Cordell Patterson, 22 rushes, 120 yards, and a touchdown. Marcus Mariota ran the ball 12 times for 72 yards and a tud. Wow. Drake London, rookie wide receiver, 5 catches, 74 yards. Zacchaeus, I think is how you pronounce his name, 4 for 49. Kyle Pitts, they only targeted Kyle Pitts 2 times, and they only lost by 1. That's crazy. How do you not get Kyle Pitts involved in your offense as much as humanly possible? I don't know, but yeah, the Saints ended up winning 27-26 off a field goal. I don't really have much to say about that game. I think that the Falcons are going to suck still, and I don't think that the Saints are going to be very good as long as Jameis Winston's their quarterback. As much as I love Jameis, I just don't see them being that good, to be honest. Alright. This is another game. The Chiefs and the Cardinals. This is the Chiefs are a team where I thought that there was a chance that they take a significant step back because they lost their top weapon. But Patrick Mahomes wanted to make sure that he told every single person that thought the same exact thing that I thought, that we can all go fuck off because he's Patrick Mahomes and he's not going anywhere anytime fucking soon. The Chiefs are the Chiefs. As long as Patrick Mahomes is a quarterback of the Chiefs will always be the Chiefs, and they're just going to chief all over you. And there's nothing you can do about it. Patrick Mahomes was 30 for 39 for 360 and 5 touchdowns. Like, they had a rookie running back in there who was just breaking tackles left and right. Clyde Edwards-Helaire looked good. Travis Kelce always looks good. I'm happy for Juju being back in his number 2 spot, back as a number 2 receiver where he flourishes. I don't know if you guys remember, but when Juju was the number 2 guy on the Steelers, he was a fucking animal. As soon as we move into number 1, he fucking sucks. So I'm glad he's back as the number 2 receiver for them. He had 6 for 79, fumbled twice. I don't know. MVS had 4 for 44. Clyde Edwards-Helaire had 3 catches, 32 yards, and 2 tuds. Sky Moore had 1 catch for 30 yards. Not bad. And then Kyler. This Arizona Cardinals team, I think it's too early to judge them in any way. One, because they just played the Chiefs, and the Chiefs are always going to chief, like I just said, and the Chiefs just chiefed all over him, and there's really nothing he can do about that. But you're also not going to fully know what this Arizona Cardinals team is until, week 11, week 12, when D-Hop's back and really back in the flow of things and the offense is flowing. Now, that may actually be perfect for them, because that'll be right around playoff time, and then they might just be getting into their groove into the playoffs. They go into the playoffs and go on a run. We'll see. But Kyler was 22 of 34, 193, 2 tuds. He ran 5 times for 29 yards. Dortch was their number 1 their top target. Marquise Brown in his debut had 4 catches, 43 yards, and a tud. That boy had some nice snags. I saw AJ Green making a nice snag too. Yeah. But yeah, the Chiefs are gonna chief all over you all the time, and I don't think the Cardinals are gonna be a fully formed team until about week 12. So then the Giants and the Tennessee Titans. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I know there's a couple guys at the Off the Ball Network that are very happy that their New York Giants got a win. Well, I hope that they watch this, and I want them to know that their team still fucking sucks. Daniel Jones is your starting quarterback, and you're gonna have to deal with that. Saquon was a monster. I really hope Saquon Barkley stays healthy this year. I love watching him run the ball. He had 18 rushes, 164 yards, and a tud. As much shit as I just said about Daniel Jones, he was not that bad. I saw a couple bad throws, but he was 17 to 21, 188, 2 tuds and a pick. That's not awful. Sterling Shepard had 2 receptions, 71 yards and a tud. The fact I'm really impressed with that Giants defense. I am. I saw a video, Derrick Henry getting absolutely leveled, and that's, I think, the first time I've ever seen that happen. So that was kind of wild. Derrick Henry had 21 rushes for 82 yards, no touchdowns. Ryan Tannehill 20 of 33, 266 and 2 tuds. I really think that trading AJ Brown is going to come to bite them in the butt because they have no big threat receivers, so teams can really just key in on Derrick Henry and not have to worry about the guys on the outside nearly as much. But I guess we'll see. Robert Woods had 1 catch in his debut. Treylon Burks had 3 catches for 55. And I still think that the Giants are going to suck, and it may look like the Titans might suck too. Green Bay at Minnesota. Now, this is going to be another one of those things where I say, it's week 1. Let's not get too crazy about the Packers. I know their receivers suck dick. But one thing I will say about that game, if Christian Watson catches that deep ball early in the game, I think that this game goes a lot different. I think that they have a lot of momentum, and I think they ride it, and I honestly think that they win this game. But as it stands, they did not. But also, last year they came out and got absolutely dumped on too. So, I'm not going to say that the Packers are completely dead yet, especially when they have the 2-time MVP on their team. And I personally think Aaron Rodgers is the best thrower of the football ever. So, I'm going to give them some more time. I think that they should get the ball in Aaron Jones' hands a little more. Every time he touched the ball, it seemed like he was going big. I mean, in terms of rushing, he was averaging 9.8 yards a carry. That was only on 5 carries, but he was making the most out of what he was getting. AJ Dillon, that man is a fucking tank. It is crazy watching AJ Dillon run a football. He had 10 rushes for 45 yards. AJ Dillon also had 5 catches for 46 yards. Their receivers are just ass. If their receivers can get on the same page and Aaron Rodgers just keeps being Aaron Rodgers, the Packers are going to be fine. And that defense is going to be fine too. Kirk Cousins, on the other hand, I hate Kirk Cousins. I think he's one of the most average quarterbacks ever. But with the team that he has around him, I really think that they could be. There's a chance that they could be really good. Kirk Cousins was 23 of 32 for 277 and 2 tuds. Dalvin Cook's a monster. 20 rushes for 90 yards. Jay Jetta. That man, Jay Jetta, is a beast, bro. Oh my goodness. He was fucking just routing up every DB on Green Bay. He was always open, it seemed like. He had 9 receptions, 184 yards, and 2 touchdowns. What a fucking way to start the season. That is, I really like watching Jay Jetta. Adam Thielen, 3 for 36. Dalvin had 3 catches for 18. Jordan Hicks had a sack. Daniil Hunter had a sack. Zadarius Smith had a sack. I don't know how to say that guy's last name. And Harrison Smith got the pick. Yeah, I think that the Vikings have a good chance to be a competitive playoff team this year, so that'll be cool. But I also think that the Packers are going to still win that division. So I think the Packers are fine. Good for the Vikings. The next game on here, Raiders at Chargers. That boy Justin Herbert is a fucking guy. That boy Justin Herbert is so good. I love watching Justin Herbert throw the fucking football. I do. I think Justin Herbert is going to be a top 5 quarterback in the next 3-4 years. And once he gets there, I think he's going to stay there for 10, 15 years. So, it's going to be a great thing to watch. I think the Raiders, I really thought that Derek Carr was going to take a step up. I don't know, man. I think that Derek Carr may be the downfall of that Raiders team. I mean, Derek Carr was 22 or 37, 295, 2 touchdowns, and 3 picks. And at least one of those picks, he threw it directly to the defender, basically. The dude just ripped it out of the air. Devontae Adams, though, I also think that there's a chance that this team becomes just as Devontae Adams dependent as the Packers were last year, and I don't really know what that does. I don't. Josh Jacobs had 10 rushes for 57 yards. Devontae had 10 for 141, 10 receptions for 141 and a tud. Darren Waller had 4 for 79. Hunter Renfrow had 3 catches. I think Vegas may need to get the running game involved a little more. Justin Herbert was 26 of 34 for 279 and 3 touchdowns. Oh my, I love Justin Herbert so much. His sense in the pocket is so nuts. I love watching it. Keenan Allen had 4 catches for 66. DeAndre Carter had 3 for 64 and a tud. Gerald Everett had a tud in this game. I think that Chargers defense is going to be a force to be reckoned with, too. With Derwin James, I think Asante Samuel Jr. is going to step up big. They got Nasir Adderley, Kenneth Murray, Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack. I'm really excited to watch this Chargers team this year. I really am. And then the last game, Sunday Night Football. Can I start off by saying the Cowboys are exactly who they are every fucking season. Every single year, people think the Cowboys are just going to be good and whatever. But no, they suck. They're dead. Dak Prescott's hurt. He won't be back for probably 6 weeks. It's Cooper Rush season in Dallas. They moved CD to the number 1 receiver. They suck. Tampa Tom does what Tampa Tom does. They went out and win the game. 18 for 27 for 212, a touchdown and a pick for Brady. Leonard Fournette had 21 rushes for 127 and 127. I was about to say 2 touchdowns, but no touchdowns. Mike Evans had 5 catches for 71 and a tud. I mean, it's a walk in the park, really, for Brady. Brady and the bunch when you go against the Cowboys. I mean, the Cowboys are dead. They are. 14 of 29, 134, no touchdowns, and a pick for Dak. Zeke, 10 for 52. I mean, their tight end led their team in receptions. Their defense, the only thing they got really going for them on defense is we're going to see if Trevon Diggs can keep up his interception shit. Doubt it. He's probably going to get burned for a fuck ton of yards this year. Micah Parsons is good. Other than that, the Cowboys suck. They're dead. Yeah, that was all the games. Oh, no, I lied. One more. That was Sunday Night Football. And then Monday Night Football, we had the Denver Broncos go to Seattle and play the Seattle Seahawks. Now, Russ kind of didn't look like Russ that much. He was really lofting some passes. But I'm not gonna overreact to Russ not being amazing game 1 on his new team against his former team in his former stadium. I'm gonna give him a little bit of a break, but Russ was 29 of 42 for 340. Jerry Jeudy had 4 catches for 102 and a tud. What? Decent game, but I will say Geno Smith really surprised me. He did. He came out and he just He controlled the game. He really did. 23 of 28, 195, 2 tuds. Rashad Penny really stood out to me. I feel like every time he touched the ball almost, he just kind of exploded off of my TV. DK had 7 for 36. Tyler Lockett had 3 for 28. Will Dissly had a nice touchdown catch. But yeah, I think the story is more, I can't believe Denver lost that game. I mean, we'll see what they become. I think that they're going to be fine. They may have a good record and miss the playoffs, but I think that they're going to be fine. Now that right there is all the games. I appreciate you guys listening, but before we go, I want to say make sure you follow Off the Ball Network on all platforms. Make sure you follow me on all platforms. My Twitter is Brandon_Beasley. My Instagram is Brandon_Beasley. Make sure you check out the Off the Ball Network website. You can find all of our pods. We got some great writers. Everything you want to find in terms of Off the Ball Network stuff is also on our website. And yeah. Now, the last thing we're going to do here is my ad reads. And then we'll get out of here, you feel me? Alright, so today's amazing podcast is brought to you by Built Bar. Unlike all the other bars out there that either taste like old Play-Doh or a piece of cardboard, when you eat Built Bar, you will think you are cheating on your diet with a delicious chocolate dessert. If your kids find out how good these are, you're going to have to buy more because they will be begging for them. Go to BuiltBar.com, and if you type in the referral code OFFTHEBALL in all caps, that's off the ball, one word in all caps, this code will provide you, your friends, and family with a 10% discount at BuiltBar.com. That's off the ball for 10% off at BuiltBar.com. Today's episode is also brought to you by Sleeves. Sleep designs and produces custom compression gear, everything from arm sleeves, headbands, and more. If you go to sleeves.com and use promo code 25off55 at sleeves.com, you will get 25% off any purchase over $55. That's sleeves.com. And the last one. This amazing podcast is also brought to you by BetUs. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUs, is back for our 28th year of NFL action with the industry's biggest sign-up bonus of up to 200%. Up to 200%. BetUs offers members the opportunity to cash in on all your favorite sports, including NFL, UFC, and the MLB. Even though watching baseball in the regular season is boring and pointless. If you're looking for a live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props, and parlays, we got them. How about fast payouts and exceptional one-on-one customer service? We got that too. Log into betus.com or call 1-800-792-3887. That's 1-800-79-BET-US. BetUs. BetUs.com, where the games begin. Alright. Appreciate y'all. I'll see you in the next one.